Hello and welcome. Right then, the kettle is boiling. You will have to excuse the heat. It is always the heat. On top of that, the humidity or the gecko currently judging me from the ceiling makes one contemplative. And what I am contemplating is you. Yes, you staring at this screen and the rather tiny, comforting little prison of ideas you might be building for yourself about this place, particularly about the northeast of Thailand, Isaan. Are you living in an echo chamber when it comes to Isaan culture and relationships? You will likely say no. Of course you will. We all think we are the enlightened ones, do we not? We have read the threads, the blogs and the tell-all exposés. We know. We know about the buffalo, the sick mother, the bar girl with a heart of gold or a wallet of lead, depending on which tragic novel you are reading. It is a compelling, simple story, and like all simple stories, it is mostly bunk. The illusion of understanding. It is a modern affliction. Have you ever felt you know a culture without ever having set foot in it? Of course you have. You have absorbed its digital shadow. The internet hands you a caricature, a few bold strikes, poverty, resilience, cunning, beautiful, and you mistake it for a portrait. You hear the term Isaan girl and your mind, fed by 1,000 anonymous comments, conjures a single two-dimensional image. It is a mental laziness of the highest order, and I was guilty of it too. Thought I had the place pegged out. I thought I had the place pegged out before I even got through the airport. Arrogance, pure and simple, which leads us to the dangerous simplicity of the common narratives. Online, Isaan becomes a monochrome landscape of lack. Its women are either gold-digging sirens or naive princesses. They're waiting for a saviour. Its men are absent. Its culture is, well, does it even have one beyond Somtam and Merlan? There is, not understanding this is creating a convenient backdrop from your own saga, the world-weary expat, the savvy entrepreneur, the romantic hero. It reduces a rich, complex, ancient tapestry to a bit part in your own mediocre play. However, beyond those pathetic headlines lies a true complexity and vibrancy that would short-circuit your algorithm. We are talking about a region with its own language, its own soulful music that is not just country, its own fierce history, its own cosmology woven into the rice fields. It is not just poor Thailand, it is a civilization in its own right. However, you will not see that in a 10-minute YouTube rant filmed outside a Nana Plaza bar. Which brings us to the heart of it, unmasking the echo chamber. How does this happen? Social media in its infinite wisdom is a pandering butler. You glance at one story about a broken-hearted Farang in Buriram. It says, you like that sort of thing. What's more, it serves you another and another. Soon you are in a reinforcement loop, tucked in a digital cot with your favourite blanket of bias. You join a forum where the same story is told with different names every Tuesday. Dissent is shouted down, Norse is treason. You become convinced this tiny, angry, pixelated corner of the internet is the real world. On top of that, the real world consequences. Oh, they are deliciously tragic. You miss opportunities for genuine friendship because you are suspicious of everyone's motives. You utter breathtaking ignorant statements at a family dinner in Khon Kaen, causing a silence so profound you can hear the ancestors face palming. You see a struggle and mistake it for a scheme. You live here, But you are not here. You are in a simulation, and it is a rather cheap, badly written one. So let us dive deeper, shall we? Let us challenge the stereotype. Are there economic disparities? Good Lord, yes. However, to assume a woman's aspirations are solely economic is to ignore her humanity. She might want to be a teacher, a business owner. She might want a partner, not a patron. She might have a deeper understanding of family duty in her little finger than you have had in your entire life of unfettered individualism. What's more, while we're at it, let us talk about the untold stories, the formidable matriarchs holding entire villages together with grit and gossip, the young people blending tradition with startup apps, the sheer back-breaking work in those fields that should command respect, not condensation. Isaan is not waiting for a saviour. It is getting on with it, largely indifferent to your foreign debate. Moreover, the relationships, love, challenge and mutual growth. Imagine that. It is not a transaction, it is a negotiation of language, of expectations, of how to raise children who can navigate two worlds. It is difficult, it is humbling, it requires you to be wrong, often. It is not for the faint-hearted or the permanently cynical. So, how do you break free? Cultivate critical consumption. It is hard work, unlike clicking angry face. First, diversify your information diet. For every doom scroll forum, read a Thai academic paper on Isaan migration. Watch a documentary made by Isaan filmmakers. Follow social media accounts that show the region's festivals, its arts, its everyday life without a farang in sight. Second, seek out first-hand accounts and not just the ones that confirm your view. Actually, talk to people, and I do not mean interrogating your girlfriend's uncle. Listen, ask questions, be prepared for answers that do not fit your narrative. Third, and this is the hardest, engage respectfully with those who hold different views. Not the trolls, the genuinely different. It will feel like mental yoga. You might pull something. Nevertheless, it is the only way to stretch your understanding. This all leads beyond the narrative to true connections. Genuine understanding requires empathy and an open mind, not just information. It is the rewarding shock of realizing the simple rice farmer has more sophisticated understanding of soil and water than you will ever have of anything. It is the joy of being accepted into a circle, not for what you can provide, but because you took the time to learn a few words of Lao, or did not flinch when offered a delicacy that is still moving. The key is to replace curiosity with judgment. Come with questions, not conclusions. The reality is so much more interesting, frustrating, beautiful and alive than the echo chamber's lonely repetitive drone. Therefore, here is my final thought from my veranda to your screen. Thailand, especially Isaan, does not need your pity, your salvation or your cynical hot takes. It might, however, offer you a profound lesson if you are willing to silence the noise of your digital bubble and listen to the complex, beautiful and very real story it is actually telling. Not only that, if you can do that, you might just find a place for yourself within it. Not as a hero or a victim, but as a grateful, slightly less ignorant guest. Now, do share this with someone who needs to hear it, preferably the chap in your forum who is always going on about water buffalo investments. Then make a proper cup of tea, switch off that infernal machine for a bit and go and have a real conversation. The internet will still be here, repeating itself when you get back. It always is. Best of luck, and do keep the biscuits in a tin. The ants here are ferocious little critics. They possess a far more sophisticated and relentless intelligence than any social media or algorithm. They are true ancient locals. They were here before the temples, and they will be here long after the last expat foreign has descended into a final petty flame war over the correct price for Somtam. They will always remind us our place in life, which is generally to secure the lid properly on the biscuit tin and do not leave any crumbs on the table or your counter or your kitchen counters. Now, off you pop, take care and goodbye.